All right, so according to reports, Canelo was on the verge of finalizing a deal in which he September 14th in Las Vegas, Nevada at the T-Mobile Arena. Edgar Berlanga. But keep in mind, Canelo really wanted to fight him over Jaime Mugia. But instead of him fighting David Benavidez, the fight that everybody wants to see, he cherry picks Edgar Berlanga, who clearly doesn't have the experience. I don't want to hear this crap about, oh, I'm Mexican, I can pick whoever I want. It's funny how people can't use tribalism and race if they have melanin in their skin like me. Let Terrence Crawford say, oh, I'm black, I can fight whoever I want. Terrence Crawford's pulling, oh, this is racist. I'm like, man, shut up, man. And this is why I don't take none of you guys serious. I know Canelo is going to get a complete pass for this. And I just want to ask where all you pro-black niggas at who was sitting up here talking about who Terrence Crawford should fight, didn't fight, who's sitting up talking about like, y'all is fake too, man. Y'all is fake too. There is no way in hell you could try to justify this fight. And I don't want to hear this stuff about Canelo has earned the right to fight guys like Edgar Berlanga. Based off what? What does that even mean? You know, people, a lot of Floyd fans thought he earned the right to fight whoever he wanted to fight. But then again, that turned out not to be true because everybody was always hollering about who they thought Floyd should fight. So why does Canelo become an exception to the rules? We want to see him versus David Benavidez. This further proves what I've been saying about Canelo. Canelo is scared shitless of David Benavidez. Canelo does not think he can beat David Benavidez. And that's just the bottom line. And this is what I'm saying about you finicky media members and finicky content creators that talk boxing. You guys are frauds too. You know what I'm saying? This is just real talk. There is no way anybody would remotely a speckle of boxing journalistic fan integrity can try to justify Canelo fighting this dude over David Benavidez. I mean, if he gonna fight Edgar Berlanga, he definitely ain't gonna fight Terrence Crawford. So he basically ducks Terrence Crawford. He ducks David Benavidez, a guy he been ducking for like 4 years now. But yet, once again, he doesn't get criticized. But like I say, the black fighters, they have to fight everybody and their mama. And even when they fight everybody and their mama and their grandmother, even if they beat them decisively, dominate, people will still find something wrong. Well, I'm going to find something wrong with this. Edgar Berlanga is, I mean, for real, how is Edgar Berlanga even in title contention based off his resume? This is why the sanctioning bodies, they are full of it. They pick who they want to pick as far as rankings go, and they can't be taken serious. But I mean, come on, man. I mean, I mean Edgar Berlanga, and I met Edgar Berlanga before. Edgar Berlanga is okay. He okay. I mean, I wish he would stop trying so hard to act like he a brother, because he not. He a white Hispanic. Just like Danny Garcia and Fat Joe. Canelo gonna get, hey, Hamza, Canelo gonna get he gonna get a complete pass for. I mean, this is it's not even gonna be a competitive fight. Canelo is gonna beat the hell out of Berlanga. He gonna beat the hell out of him. He gonna drop him multiple times, and he might even stop him. And if he don't stop him, he gonna beat the hell out of him for like 12 rounds. But then they expect us to give Canelo props. I'm still trying to figure out how has he earned the right to fight dudes like this. What real barn burner fight Canelo's been in post Triple G, if you really want to think about it? Canelo has fought certain guys, but he's never really fought that guy. When he tried to fight somebody that was semi-decent, which turned out to be more than decent, and Dimitri Bivol, and he got the hell beat out of him by Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol pulverized Canelo. I mean, he beat Canelo with ease. And I mean, Bivol didn't even really do much. He just was just, I mean, he was just, I mean, he just beat him with a basic jab. I mean, I mean, Bivol beat Canelo with basic boxing skills. If you really watch that fight, he didn't even do nothing significant. I mean, for real. He just beat him with basic boxing skills. Like I said before, Dimitri Bivol, if he really would have turned up the gas, he probably would have stopped Canelo. And if they fight again, he gonna stop Canelo. He gonna make Canelo quit. So this is what I've been saying. We don't want to hear this no more about Canelo will beat David Benavidez. Canelo can't beat David Benavidez. Canelo is scared. Canelo is scared to death of David Benavidez. He doesn't believe he can beat him. He doesn't want to get humiliated because he thinks David Benavidez is gonna dominate him. We've been asking for Canelo to fight David Benavidez for the last 4 years. Even when Canelo's best chance of beating David Benavidez probably was like 3 or 4 years ago, now he has no chance versus David Benavidez. And at the end of the day, just David Benavidez still beat Alexander Voslik decisively. He won at least 8 rounds to 4. Yeah, he didn't stop him, but he beat him decisively. All Bivol was doing was just jabbing him and jumping in and jumping in and out and pushing him backwards. When Bivol had Canelo against the ropes, he could have teed off on Canelo, but I guess he respected Canelo enough to where he thought, okay, Canelo might be setting me up, but then probably he realized, okay, I could have really did some damage to Canelo against the ropes to put me in a position to end the fight. Canelo had a hard time getting inside. He had a hard time getting inside. He couldn't land a hook. He couldn't really land body shots. Because Bivol was just bigger than him, and Bivol kept him at bay just basically with the jab. So I'm looking at what's going to happen with Edgar Berlanga. I mean, he's going to like I said, he's going to beat the hell out of Edgar Berlanga. Another predictable fight, because I'm gonna be honest, people sit up talking about Jake Paul, but Canelo is kind of like laid out the blueprint for dudes like Jake Paul. I can't wait to watch that video in which Timothy Bradley called Jake Paul a plant. That's very interesting. Yeah, Canelo, I think, to me, he just starting to wear out his welcome like LeBron James. LeBron James has wore out his welcome. LeBron James should have retired when he broke Kareem's record. But at the end of the day, LeBron makes everything about him. And Canelo to sit up here and try to justify trying to sell it. Who in the hell Canelo think gonna buy this fight? Who do Canelo think is going to buy this fight? I can tell you this much, I won't be paying for this fight. And if and I won't be going to and I won't be going to cover this fight neither. This fight is a complete. When I say this, man, when I say this fight is complete toilet water, I'm talking about this fight is complete stopped up toilet water. And I'm trying not to, and I'm trying to be nice. Anybody, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, any content creator, anybody that come on here trying to justify this fight and try to explain to you that this fight makes sense, they insulting your intelligence and they are a fucking lie. They are a cornball. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Nobody want to see this fight. Nobody asked for this fight. This is the only person that asked for this fight is Canelo asking the sanctioning bodies to help justify this fight and to help get David Benavidez pushed to the back burner again and get Edgar Berlanga ranked higher than him. How does Edgar Berlanga get ranked higher? How does Edgar Berlanga become a priority fight over David Benavidez? And I don't want to hear this stuff about, oh, well, David Benavidez moved up to light heavyweight. Canelo moved up to light heavyweight and came right back down. So I don't want to hear this. David Benavidez already said several times, even before the Voslik fight, that he could move back down to 168. This dude get way too many passes for fighting these type of dudes. The only people who have had the guts to call Canelo out for fighting these type of dudes is me and Teddy Atlas and a few other people. Nobody with common sense can sit up here and be honest with themselves and try to say this fight makes sense. This fight don't make dollars and it don't make sense because nobody is going to pay to see this fight. This fight isn't going to sell. They're going to comp a lot of tickets. This fight is not going to be watched on pay-per-view. Well, that's what I'm saying. Of course they don't. But then they come on our channels, but then these Mexicans and these non-blacks, they come on our channels telling us what type of videos to make about what fighter should fight this fighter, what fight should be made, how it should be made, when it should be made, where it should be made. But then they don't sit up here and say nothing about Canelo. Canelo ain't earned the right to fight nobody like this. At the end of the day, Canelo is basically trying to ease out of boxing, taking soft touch after soft touch. I heard that Canelo was contemplating retirement, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Canelo is not gonna fight Terrence Crawford next. And even if he does fight Terrence Crawford, it looks bad on him. At the end of the day, that fight don't make no sense. And I got mad love for Bud, but once again, Bud would be a cherry pick for Canelo. Bud is way smaller than David Benavidez. But at the same time, I'm gonna be rooting for Bud to do the unthinkable, which is beat Canelo. Now I hope it backfires on him. I don't want to hear no, and I'm just gonna say this, you Mexican fight fans, I'm talking directly to you. Stay the hell off my channel. Do not come on my channel trying to justify Canelo fighting this bullshit fight. And don't ever come on my channel telling me what black fighters who they should fight. Y'all worry about Canelo. Y'all worry about y'all fighters. Worry about Canelo and these cherry picks. So from this day forward, I don't want to hear nothing about who Shakur Stevenson should fight. I don't want to hear nothing about who Tank should fight. I don't want to hear nothing about who Devin Haney should fight. I don't want to hear nothing about who Boots should fight. If y'all don't hold Canelo accountable for making these type of fights, don't come on my channel and say a damn thing. And you so-called pro-black power to the people, whole tip niggas who always sitting up talking all this pro-black stuff about Terrence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson and all these other dudes. If y'all don't call Canelo out, fuck y'all too. So I don't want to hear nothing about who Bud is fighting, because some people are saying that Matt Namal is a cherry pick. Well, If Magnumov is a cherry pick, then what the hell is Edgar Berlanga? Edgar Berlanga is one of them green plums that's not even red yet, that you get off your grandmother's tree. He definitely is not ready for a fight of this magnitude. So I don't want to hear nothing about who Bud is fighting. Shut up. Like Lil Richard say, shut up. I don't want to hear nothing. Man, I'm done. Listen, bro. Listen, G Brown. I'm done playing these games about Bud. I don't want to hear this shit no more. Like I said, you don't hold Canelo accountable. You don't call Canelo. And this is why I used to get mad. These dudes always have something to say about who Bud should fight, who Bud was allegedly ducking. But then they don't say nothing about Canelo. They don't say nothing about Canelo. Who is John Ryder? Who was Smith? Jaime Munguia wasn't. I mean, come on, man. And Jaime Munguia was injured. Man, I don't want to hear that stuff no more. I don't want to hear that stuff no more. It's a wrap about that. I don't want to hear nothing about Bud and who he should be fighting. Y'all need to shut up. I don't want to hear nothing about him ducking boots. If y'all gonna give Canelo a pass for fighting somebody like Edgar Berlanga, then come on, man. Edgar Berlanga is one fight removed, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 fights removed from being suspended for like 6 months from biting somebody. You see Top Rank didn't want him. You see Top Rank let him go without a struggle. So like I said, I don't want to hear this no more. Boots ain't even campaigning. Bud then moved up in weight. Boots is not even fighting at 154. Boots just said he trying to become undisputed. So basically, if there is a negotiation or a fight between him and Bud, he'll have more negotiating power, because he can say, well, I was undisputed at 147. He already just said that Bud is not on the radar right now. So why are we even talking about Bud? But like I said, all it come down to is these cornball Errol Spence fun boys that's still mad that Errol Spence got the ass whooping of a lifetime last year. And they still can't get over it. They still reaching, and they still trying to find stuff to complain about. These dudes ain't even real Boots fans. They just looking for a get back for Errol Spence through Boots. That's all. These dudes ain't real Boots fans. They trying to rally behind Boots. And like I said before, why are we talking about a fight with a dude that's in a lower weight class, who already said that he want to become undisputed? Boots just said out of his own mouth that he trying to become undisputed. See, people pick and choose what they want to make videos about. The man said out of his own mouth that he trying to become undisputed at 147. Bud don't need Boots. Like, this is just what you call narrative pushing. This is what you call narrative pushing. Bud is at 154 now, and Bud is trying to hurry up and become undisputed. Bud is trying to get these fights pushed through the door, and this is where Turkey Al-Sheikh is gonna come in. Turkey Al-Sheikh is gonna offer enough money to where these dudes ain't even gonna be playing these games. If they Al Heyman fighters, they ain't even gonna listen to Al Heyman. Al Heyman ain't finna be able. this is a good thing. Al Heyman ain't gonna be able to interfere with certain fights being made. He's not gonna be able to hold these belts hostages like he was doing. He's not gonna be able to be kidnapping belts, playing Liam Neeson from Taken with belts now, because that's where Turkey Al-Sheikh come in at. He gonna offer these dudes enough money and enough stature and enough clout to where they gonna be like, hey Al, I ain't even trying to hear what you trying to say now. That's not gonna work anymore. So that's just real talk. But anyway, you guys, we'll talk about it later on. Gotta get back to work. I'm out.